Yo, hello everyone, I am Jack that Jack of Knaves, and welcome back to Bioshock. So, last time we learned about the unfortunate fate of Jasmine, and now we are going to move on to other things. So we'll...
How about some fucking service around here?
Watch your mouth.
Maybe I'll just, do something. Who does he think he is?
Get back here. And fire. See you, bro. I'll take that. Thank you very much. This guy needs to stop running so fast. Hey, get back here. I'm getting distracted. Here. Oh. Aha.
He was a lout, but he was vigorous. Get the photo before it completely dries up.
Oh, cool. Incendiary rounds. No, not that. This. Ba-ba. Rodriguez. Alright. Now we just need to put the photos in the thingy. But before we do that, let's check out this. So we do have a reward from the Little Sisters. We get Adam, Hypnotize Big Daddy 2, which is longer, and 4 first aid kits. Alright, let's take a look in here. What are new things we have available to us? Not really all that much. Extra nutrition is, Human Inferno, whatever. Hacking Expert 2 is better. We might pick that up. Cyclone Trap is funny, but not as good in this game as it is in Bioshock 2. Winter Blast, I've just never personally used. I think it has its value, but in Rage, it's okay. So let's grab these things. Physical or combat? Let's do one of each. Ah, yes, physical! So these are the extra little nice things. Which one do I want to have? I think Medical Expert is nice to have. Let's do a combat. I'm going to put in Wrench Jockey 2. And then we could do a Plasmid slot. We don't really need to do a Plasmid slot. We will save our money for now. Alright. So now let's go downstairs and let... You don't see me. Haha! You fell. What was he doing? It's like he was looking... Maybe he was admiring the art? Oh! I saw that. Let's reload this. Let's check your body. Oh, you just set off the alarm. Okay, well while they sort that out, let's actually hack this. There we go, we own this now, and more importantly, other splicers can't use it. Alright, let's... You are... annoying. No, I'm the... Oh, I missed. I was gonna say I'm the star. I'm not. Can you get hit? I swear. Some of them are just so rude. Like these guys. You're in my way. Okay. Give me that. Alright. Perfect. Now let's fix this. Or we're not really fixing it, but we're doing art. One.
It's coming together, yes. But there will always be doubters. You don't doubt me. I could never stomach doubters.
Guys, Cohen doesn't like doubters. Just know that. Let's put the next one in.
That's 3 of 4. What's that look? You don't like it, do you? I don't need to be judged by you, by anyone. Screw you! Screw all you fucking doubters! Here's what I say to all of you!
wanna dance? Let's dance. Who else wants to dance? You! You wanna dance! Ha 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 ha! Ow! Ha! Uh-huh. Yeah! Let's pop over help. Oh, I see you. Ah! Yes! Wrench Jockey 2. It is useful from time to time. Nope! Who else? I know there's more. Oh! Wow, you were right in my face. Aha! No! Aha! Whoa! There we go. Oh, and you too. I'm hitting these people like right down, like from in the air. These guys are also like charging like full force at me. Oh, you got me. Not anymore.
I'm sorry for that outburst. You'll have to forgive an old fool his artistic temperament. The birth is so close now. The vapor pains can blur the judgment and drive the passions of even the finest spirits.
That is my preferred way of going through that. Even if I never use the wrench at any other time in the game, it is very much worth it to use it during that scene. It's just satisfying. Awesome, what's in the gift? Electric buck, money, and electric gel. I could actually use the electric. And... oh my god! Stop! Whoops. Just, all you guys just be quiet. You're so nice. You know what? You're done. You've served your purpose. Now stop making noises. Jeez. Okay. Stop over health. Because we just took damage from it. Actually, probably could have used a health kit from like 1 of 20 lying around. And the last one.
It is accomplished! Let me see it. My God. My God. It's beautiful.
You'll find your path to Ryan is now clear. Tell him Sandra said hello. Oh, yes, you may avail yourself upon one of my lesser works as a token of our time together. If you had become my one and true disciple, you might have been worthy of seeing inside the box of my most private news. But who knows if that man is yet even born. Now, go.
What happened to you? I've been trying to raise you for a dog's age. Never mind. Would you kindly leg it over to the sphere and get on down to Hephaestus? It's time to settle up with Ryan.
Wait, but I got something to do first. So yes, we have completed Cohen's masterpiece. It is complete and he is quite pleased, which also means that he is no longer up here. This is probably the other thing that's very often missed in terms of audio diaries, is there actually is one up here, but he doesn't let you in until after you complete his artwork. Electric flesh, it's okay. Supercharge your body with electrical flesh, the ultimate in electricity enhancements. Insulate yourself from harm with the new EF. We don't really need it, but I will listen to this.
I could have been the toast of Broadway, the talk of Hollywood, but instead I followed you to this soggy bucket. When you needed my starlight, I illuminated you. But now I rot, waiting for an audience that doesn't ever come. I'm writing something for you, Andrew Ryan. It's a requiem.
Yeah, so it turns out that Cohen actually isn't a huge Ryan supporter. Not anymore. He did, but I think over time, the whole idea of Rapture just kind of wore him down. He just started realizing, hey, wait a minute, I could have done something better, but you know, with all the promises of not being stifled down here in Rapture, you kind of made it so that I couldn't exceed or succeed elsewhere. So he is none too pleased with the way things turned out. Stop of health. Grab that. And then we will finally make our way to Hephaestus and Ryan. I will see you over there. And here we are, Hephaestus.
Watch yourself. Ryan's stirring. We best keep to our knitting. It's time to either run the table or go home empty. Ryan's got the genetic key to Rapture. We get that from him, and we get out of this hellhole. We don't, then you and I are ghosts. Now, would you kindly head to Ryan's office and kill the son of a bitch? It's time to finish this.
So you might have wondered to yourself at one point or another throughout this series, why don't we just leave?
I see Cohen's lost his touch, if you knew him when. And he used to believe in work, and struggle. Now, he rots in that Neverland, waiting for someone to come and tell him he still got it. I suppose that's why he let you live.
I'm invisible, you can't see me.
Who said that?
Oh, stop whining.
Are you
I'm Dr. Headshot right now. Hey. Yeah. So you might have wondered at one point or another, why can't we just leave? It was actually mentioned in a... I did not want to smoke those cigarettes. It was mentioned in an audio dive forever ago, that Ryan is the one who locked down the bathyspheres, and only he can open it. It also talked about with the respawn points, the rebirth, that there is something other with genetics, but that's kind of messy. But with the bathyspheres, we can't leave
You can taste it,
without
can't
Ryan.
you? Andrew Ryan.
Don't be shitty. Oh, someone's over there. We don't actually need the chemical thrower, but we'll grab it anyway. We've got our steel bolts. Let's come over here and dispatch of the person who's... Whoa. Zap. Nag. Didn't necessarily want to do that, but that's okay. I hear the... Oh, they're there. Shoot. Haha! You have taken the damage. I will collect the bolt and search. Take that. So yeah, enemies are starting to get a little bit tougher now. The enemies now, I know off the top of my head... Oh, audio dive.
Ryan nationalised Fontaine Futuristics. He owns it now, lock, stock and barrel. For the good of the city, he says. He'll break it up in due time, he says. I've resigned from the council and lodged me letter of protest, but that's just pissing in the wind. It'll be war, I say, unless somebody stops Ryan, and right fast.
So a bit of history and the reason why talking about his chief architect. So you remember in a previous auto diary he was talking about the fact that Fontaine, like if they dealt with Fontaine, then they would need to make sure that Fontaine Futuristics was not taken over by Ryan, otherwise it'll just be seen as Ryan exerting his power, not Ryan breaking up Fontaine because he's a criminal. And Ryan didn't listen. And so Fontaine Futuristics became part of Ryan Industries. And then McDougall talked to Ryan and said, that's a really crappy idea. You're gonna make a whole lot of people pissed. And Ryan's like, nah, we got this. There's no way that people will be mad. And McDougall thinks otherwise. Can I get the bandages? Thank you. So we'll see what happens.
I spent the afternoon trying to get as close to Ryan's gate as possible without making a spectacle of myself. He's got it shielded 6 ways to Leicester. There's no way into that base. All I got for my trouble was the hairy eyeball from Ryan's splicer mates. That's the reward you get for trying to outsmart the best electrical engineer of our generation.
Look at all these goodies. Boo! I wanted more goodies. You guys are horrible. Have some bees for your trouble. And some crossbow bolts in the chest. Also stuck to a desk. There we go. Oh, did you die to bees? Yeah, bees. Give me that. I'll take your belongings. Get that. And others useful. Ooh, more enzymes. The enzymes you use for making the plasmids. So yeah, we just got introduced to a new character. He's trying to get into Ryan's office. But he mentions that it might not be as easy as he previously thought. And shot. I thought that would actually hit it. Also, I like how the crossbow is made out of just random parts. Like how the crossbar of it is actually made out of like rulers. I always thought that was a cool touch. The weapons and aesthetics in this game are just phenomenal in my opinion. Especially once you start upgrading the weapons, they just make it look awesome. Like, I can't think of any other way to describe it. It just looks super cool. I don't really need to heal, so I'm not going to.
A worm looks up and sees the face of God. But look around. It's a regular convention of worms in here. They all had mothers, fathers, people who loved them. They got married, got their wives. What makes you think you're any different? I haven't chosen the spot for you on the wall yet. Let me know if you have a preference.
Ryan has a very weird sense of internal decorating. What you need to know are these are all people who, one way or another, tried to betray Ryan. Let's figure out what they got on. Always important. Aha! Going to heat loss.
I had to go jungle style with that filthy ape for 3 weeks, but he finally spilled the beans on how to get to Andrew Ryan. Generate a sympathetic overload in harmonic core number 3. That's simple. Now all I gotta do is figure out what the hell a sympathetic overload is, and for that matter, a harmonic core number 3. Piece of cake for an electrical engineer. Too bad I designed ladies' shoes. Gonna go see the grease monkeys left alive in heat loss monitoring. See what I can shake out of their trees.
So yes, this lady was trying to get something from Ryan.
Like all parasites
Or
who
get
have
into
tried
Ryan's
to
office.
walk in stolen shoes. I'd explain the science that renders what you're trying to do impossible, but that would be like playing Mozart for a tree frog.
Well, it's simple though. All we have to do is flip the switch, and never mind. So maybe it's not that easy.
I'm lonely.
While we fight these dudes, let's listen to this.
I never killed a man, let alone a mate. But this is what things come to. I don't know if killing Mr. Ryan will stop the war, but I know it won't stop while that man breathes.
Rapture is coming back to life. Even now, can't you hear the breath returning to her lungs? The shops reopening, the schools humming with the thoughts of young minds. My city will live. My city will thrive. And when that day comes, we'll use your tombstone for pavement tiles.
Something that you have to understand is Ryan's a little delusional as well. Also, that's McDougall, the guy who disagreed with Ryan taking over Fontaine Futuristics. And it turns out that things got so bad in Rapture that McDougall decided that the only way to get things to fix itself, the war between Fontaine's army and Ryan's army, or Ryan and his security forces, might be to kill Ryan. And so he tried to and failed. So that's going to be it for this episode, I believe. A lot of history and a lot of big things coming out here. Also, something else to keep in mind, something that's not explicitly stated, except for like right now, Ryan's actually a bit of a genius. I'm sure a lot of people think of him initially when they just think of Ryan, they're just like, oh, he's just the guy who funded Rapture and whatnot. But it actually turns out that he's actually quite a brilliant man, and the reason why he got so much money is because when he was up in on the surface, he was actually quite the inventor, or quite the engineer, and amassed a lot of money like that. He was just upset with the way the world was going. So that'll be it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did enjoy it, please leave me a like, because it does help me a lot. And, as always, stay tuned for more.